Welcome everybody to another session of Jerusalem's Gates. I welcome you with open arms. I tell you, I'm excited. Getting up, getting my coffee, and trying to get things stimulated for the morning with my drinking my coffee. Trying to wake up, and came across some news, and I just thought you would wanted to hear about the daily news. I'm getting more and more involved in giving daily or bi-daily review of all the news for that day or the last couple of days. I found that to be very informative for my listeners and my viewers to just review the news. That way you don't miss no news. We'll start off today. Syrian Observatory says it has confirmed information that Islamic State chief is dead. You know that I believe it was a Russian airstrike. They thought they assumed that he was dead, but now they have confirmed it. I'll read a little of the article because we got a lot of ground to cover. A Syrian Observatory for Human Rights told this is coming out of Reuters, by the way. Reuters on Tuesday that it had confirmed information that Islamic State leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi has been killed. The report came just days after the Iraq army recaptured the last sector of the northern Iraq city of Mosul, which Baghdadi's force overran almost exactly 3 years ago. Russian defense minister said in June that it might have killed Baghdadi when one of their airstrikes hit a gathering of Islamic State commanders on the outskirts of the Syrian city of Raqqa. But Washington said it could not corroborate the death, and Western and Iraq officials have been skeptical. So it looks like al-Baghdadi has been killed. I know they, in the past, a couple of years ago, they thought he was dead, and then he resurfaced again. But it seems like that he's actually dead this time. Let's see here. Now this is a very interesting story, and I knew this would come up. I just knew it would. China says, quote, China responsibility theory, unquote, on North Korea has to stop. What China is saying is that the United States has got to stop putting the responsibility of North Korea on China. Makes sense. You have to agree there. It seemed like China tried to stop North Korea, but he couldn't. The leader of China couldn't stop him. He warned them. He even turned away shipments of coal, and he still launches his missiles, and he just launched on 4th of July an ICBM, as we all know. Let's read a little of the article. China hit back on Tuesday in unusually strong terms at repeated calls from the United States to put more pressure on North Korea, urging a halt to what it called the quote, China responsibility theory, end quote, and saying all parties needed to put their weight. U.S. President Trump took a more conciliatory tone at a meeting with Chinese President Xi on Saturday, but he was expressed some impatience that China, with its close economic and diplomatic ties to Pyongyang, is not doing enough to rein in North Korea. That feeling has become partly acute since Pyongyang launched an intercontinental ballistic missile that some experts believe could have had the range to reach Alaska and parts of the U.S. West Coast. The first quarter, here's the other side of the coin. The first quarter trade between China and North Korea has increased by 40%. So China, even though they say that they've done everything they could to stop them, their trade with North Korea has increased the last quarter by 40%. That's a big jump. That's a big jump indeed. 40% you trade. You think 1% or 2% increase in trade is good, but this is a 40% in the last quarter has jumped. China is not responsible for North Korea. Now, if we do something, which I'm becoming more and more believing that we're not going to do anything because we're afraid of the repercussions on Seoul. So I think that our country's going to sit back and let them produce his ICBMs. Now this has been going on since Clinton days. The same things, talks, sanctions, more sanctions, and as every president comes and goes, they have to deal with Korea, and they try their own way to stop them by different kind of sanctions, and they can't be stopped. And after all these years, their nuclear weapons have increased, and their technology via the nuclear weapons have increased. And now they got ICBMs that can hit the West Coast and Alaska. Given another 6 months, they'll be able to hit the middle part of the United States or maybe the East Coast. Who knows? Their technology is growing all the time. I tell you, it frustrates me so much that we can't do anything to stop Korea. You have to be honest. Korea's kind of got his bent over barrel. If we do go to war, you're talking perhaps 1 million lives will be lost in Seoul. I think they said that Seoul has 20 million people in it. It's one of the most populated cities in the world, and not only by nuclear weapons Seoul would suffer, but by conventional weapons they would rain down on South Korea and Seoul. So it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating that you're caught in a position where you damned if you do and you damned if you don't kind of situation. Okay, let's see what else going on. This happened. This happened kind of close to home to me. Let's see here, and we'll end with this one. U.S. Marine Corps confirms 16 service members killed in military plane crash. Let's read a little of the article. 16 service members were killed after a U.S. military transport plane crashed in rural Mississippi on Monday evening, the U.S. Marine Corps said on Tuesday. In a statement, the Marine Corps said the KC-130 Hercules transport aircraft took off from Marine Corps Air Station, Cherry Point, North Carolina, and the aircraft disappeared from air traffic control radar over Mississippi. They don't know what caused it yet, but I'm sure they'll find out what caused it. And but that's a quick glimpse of what's going on in the news today. I'll pray for each and every one of y'all. If God has laid it on your heart to subscribe, by all means, we welcome you with open arms. Again, I do not make any money off my channel. I do not monetize my channel. I do this strictly for the love of getting the news out with a Christian perspective and getting the sermons out with the Christian sermons out to my viewers. With that being said, I'll go ahead and close. God bless you all, and God protect you and your family. Amen.